Hey, what's up, everybody? Jaythestingray back here again, and I'm going to be doing a new series of videos on my channel called Spotlight videos, and I'm going to be doing reviews of various films throughout all genres. I just got too much stuff I want to talk about here, so I got to branch out from horror films. But this happens to be a horror film I'm going to be reviewing for the first video in this series. This is going to be American Mary. And I was going to review this over on the House of Horror channel, but a few weeks ago I looked, and turns out it had already been reviewed on there. So you can go check out that video if you're interested in seeing what John thinks about this movie. I think he watched it at a film festival quite a while back. And this film, American Mary, came out in 2012, just recently released here in the United States on DVD, Blu-ray. Got a chance to watch it, and I watched it. And I watched it immediately again with the director's commentary. The director's commentary and Catherine Isabelle as well. And Catherine Isabelle is the lead actress. But this film is directed by Jen Soska and Sylvia Soska, the Soska sisters, and they're twins. And I really got a lot of respect for these ladies. They I think you're going to be hearing their names quite a bit more in the horror genre here in the upcoming years. They also directed a film called Dead Hooker in the Trunk. Dead Hooker in the Trunk, I think, is the title. Haven't had a chance to watch that yet, but I do want to seek that out and give it a watch. But they've got an upcoming segment in the ABCs of Death too. Also, those are really short segments, so I don't know what to really expect out of that. But these women, after listening to this commentary, they really have a lot of respect for the horror genre, and I really appreciate that. These days when film aficionados generally tend to keep horror films at kind of the bottom of the spectrum of films in general. And as a huge horror fan, as I'm sure a lot of you guys are if you're actually watching this, you enjoy horror films quite a bit, and I don't know. I just don't feel like they get a fair shake in the world of film. But anyway, they respect the hell out of the genre, and I respect that. So I wanted to do this video basically just to tell you guys about this film and how much I enjoyed it. And I really think this is going to be a cult hit. I think 10 years from now, you're still going to be hearing about this movie. It's just going to be one of those types of movies. And this is an independent film, very, very low budget. Let me see if it has the actual budget listed on here. Yeah, I'm not seeing an actual budget, but relatively small. And it just goes to show you what you can do with a small budget. And you don't need 50, 100, $200 million to make a good movie. It's a lot of wasted money, and it really shows what you can do with some talent and some talented actors, some talented directors, and a relatively small budget. And but yeah, this film stars Catherine Isabelle as Mary Mason, the title character, American Mary, and also stars Antonio Cupa, Tristan Risk, and a few other folks you're probably not going to recognize. But it also stars the directors have a small role in the film as well. Yeah, just a very, very brief plot synopsis. I don't want to spoil anything here, but Mary is a medical student. She's having some financial problems, obviously, like a lot of students do, and basically forced to take a job. Someone wants to come hire her to do something. She doesn't know what it is. She gets there, and it turns out that they want her to do plastic surgery that basically no doctor would do. So she needs the money, and they put the money up there. So she just says, "Okay, whatever, I'll do it." And it turns out what they wanted her to do was some really weird stuff on this lady. Basically, turn her into a doll, take away her nipples and her sex organs. Basically sew everything up so it's all smooth like a plastic, Barbie doll, whatever. anyway, she does this, and she gets quite a name for herself, known as American Mary in the body modification community. So she's eventually sought out by quite a few people, but she something really traumatic happens to her, and this film turns into a revenge type movie, and she goes on a different path. She quits medical school and really gets involved with the crime, uh, with crime in the area, and just basically changes her whole path. I'm trying not to spoil a whole lot here, but anyway, that's pretty much it. She starts doing body modifications and stuff like that, and yeah, as far as I'll go. But really, really stylistic film. Lots of nods to other horror films, and I really appreciate that. Lots of stuff that I could pick up on. One of the characters' last name is Barker, and that's a nod to Clive Barker. And there's quite a few scenes with Mary in red scrubs, or at least a couple with her in the red scrubs. And when I saw that, I immediately thought of the film Dead Ringers. I'm a huge fan of that movie, the David Cronenberg film. And I didn't know that that was actually a nod to that movie until I listened to the commentary. And it turns out that that was, and there's a few other nods to Dead Ringers as well. And gotta love that. But just lots of really cool camera angles, lots of really cool things they do. Really stylistic stuff that I really think is going to make this film stand out to people. It's not your standard run of the mill type of film, and lots of body modification stuff in there. So it's definitely going to appeal to people in that that like to do stuff like that. But there's yeah, this film is definitely one to check out, guys, if you haven't seen it yet. And I'm not going to say that I was absolutely crazy about this film, but I do really appreciate what they were trying to do, and I think this is what we need more of in the genre. This is definitely one of my top films, 2012, and yeah, I just recommend you guys checking it out. And if you've seen it, let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.